What's up, Raiders? Welcome to Raid Today for Thursday, December 14th, 2023. I'm Gestel from Gestel Gaming, and the Blizaar, the Howler Fusion has begun. We got the calendar out. We're going to take a look at that, map out a complete plan on how you can finish this fusion. It's pretty much only one or two ways to do it. We're going to cover that plus more here on Raid Today. Alright, so here it is, the Fusion event calendar for the new champion, Blizaar the Howler, a legendary defense spirit champion. We know all the good stuff about him already. Here is the calendar. And pretty cut and dry, to be perfectly honest with you. You get 200 points for the tournaments, you get 200 points for the events, you need 400 points, or 400 fragments, essentially, to get all the Bovos sharp horns, and then you can fuse Blizaar. There is obviously the extra 50 here at the Hero's Path. You've seen Hero's Path before. The Hero's Path for the Tormin event was very, very steep. You had to put out a lot of resources for it. So I don't know if I would necessarily bank on this, especially that being at the end of the calendar, basically right at the end of the Fusion calendar. Now you could certainly use this as a way, like if you obviously miss something, you could maybe make up for 25, obviously 50 of them. But what we don't know is this just a flat 50? Is there going to be like 5 sets of 10s? Are going to be 2 25s? How will this part work on the Hero's Path? Normally there's all sorts of trees, and there could definitely be different limits there. So my recommendation is don't worry about the Hero's Path. I wouldn't do the Hero's Path. What I would do, just do them all. We got basically the two hard ones, Summon Rush, and then the Champion Chase tournament will be later in the week, or later in the Fusion, like a week later. So I would just, like if you're going for any Fusion, you just basically, at this one, you really can't miss anything. And if you do, then you got the shot at the Hero's Path. If it isn't too bad, then you're lucky. If it's really bad, then you're going to probably have to pour out a lot of resources. And the other thing is with the Hero's Path, you don't know what it's going to take to get those points, right? It could be getting artifacts, it could be summoning champions, it could be anything. So not always the easiest way to get points. Sometimes it is, sometimes it isn't. They've been all over the place with those. At least here you know what you need and when you need to do it. So keep an eye on it. We will be checking in every day. Today we do have 2 events open, keep in mind, Dragon Tournament and the Champ Training Tournament. Summon Rush will be opening tomorrow. Let's jump in the game, take a look at what all of these events are looking like. Here we go. Alright, the 2 tournaments. We got Champ Training Tournament. This just opened up. You got 3 days, 14 hours remaining, so basically a 4-day tournament. You need 5150 to get the 25 fragments for the epic. Along the way, not too bad, you get a soul stone. The other thing to keep in mind here, the Tormin event is still going on. It's a month-long event. 6,200 for the Tormin. Now, that seems a bit steep. All the others seem to have come underneath the fragment. This one's coming over. Maybe I just feel like it's steep because champ training is so annoying. It's very resource intensive. My free-to-play account is out of brews right now, so but I am still going for the Tormin on the free-to-play. And it almost seems like, we'll get into that a little bit more as we get to it in the events bracket, but it almost seems like if you're going for the tournament event, you're almost going to have to go, you're like going to almost be forced into going for it because you're going to be getting very close to the frags, if not getting them, in this case. So keep that in mind. If you are still going for Tormin, but you're not going for the new champ, maybe just kind of keep close eye on how it all works out. Dragon Tournament also opened up. They do have super raids going on as well. You need 2250. That has been par for the course for a long time. But here, you're getting 30 of the Tormin fragments. And that's underneath the fragments for Blizaar. So, like I said, they're kind of flipping back and forth. But like, if you get the 1800 and you're not going for Blizaar, it's almost like you might as well just go for the extra 450 points and kind of try and keep pace. Maybe end up getting both. Maybe, you know, there's a bit of a Christmas gift here where you're really just getting both if you're working towards both of them. So take a look at that. And then outside of the Fusion event right now, we have got just a tag team arena tournament. I typically really like these because I have the 5 gold essences at the top rung. This time they don't. They've given us the 5 silver essences on the rung just underneath it. I'm still going for it. I mean, the 5, anywhere you can get these essences from, I feel like you gotta go for it, especially if you're late game, because there's always going to be someone popping up in that shop that you want to grab. So I would say if you could do it, set the easy defense, run through it real quick, and then you know, get moved down the ladder a little bit, and then you can work your way up through a lot of the easier defenses and knock this out in, you know, in an afternoon basically. After a reset. So keep that in mind. Not a bad way to get some good resources. It's pretty easy. Tag team, it's always one of my favorite ones. Alright, let's take a look at the I guess let's get into the Yuletide event because we can't see the summon rush for another 10 hours. But that will be the next step into our fusion. Alright, but to now go into Tormin, the Yuletide event, the Yuletide Titan event. Right now, I am at a where's my total? There we go, 1160 points, right in front of me. Now I believe you could be around 1600 points total. I've missed 350 on this account. I basically can't miss anything. Very little less of the remaining ones to be able to get up to the Tormin. On this account, this is my main account. I'm not as, I mean, I would love to get them. It would give me a third Tormin and then potentially +2 them. I'm not sure how I'd want to work that. That would probably be the route. He is pretty good champ, fairly solid in live arena. Definitely great in arena. For earlier games, for my free-to-play account, which is about almost 18 months old, he's gonna be great. I've been pushing very hard for him. I've missed about 200 of the winter points for that one. So just to kind of give you an idea where you can be and where you can still be and potentially still get it done. It's nice that they've kind of combined both these events and tournaments. They did do this with the last one of these that they did for this, one of these Titan events. So maybe they'll be doing that more in the future. I would say that's not so bad. We do have the Fusion Warm-Up event going on. You can still do it one more time. You don't want to miss these 10, so at reset, you still have about, will be about 11 hours remaining. So make sure you knock it out if you haven't gotten these last 3. You do want to get those snow points there. Don't miss out. All you got to do is level an item up to 12, and you're done. Doesn't even matter what star ranking the item is. Dungeon Divers still going on as well. Not much time remaining here. 11 hours, 19 minutes. I basically have held on to this one until the Dragon event opened this morning. Also had the Super Raid, so obviously makes it go a little bit faster. 2850 if you're going for the snow points. There you go. 3350 also has 50 Primal Quartz. Not bad either. And then these Prism Crystals, that event's still going on, so if you could scoop up to 30, maybe get yourself another pull there, not too bad, but that will get you 4,500 points to get that on the Dungeon Divers. You know, Dragon's not a bad place to farm, so wouldn't be a bad idea to do it anyway. And then the Summon Rush will open tomorrow. We'll definitely take a look at that, see where the points are laid out. Obviously, both for the Yuletide Titan event and for the Fusion. We will get back to that one tomorrow. Speaking of tomorrow, we do have a 2-summon event going on. The first one is they are doubling your chance of getting epics and legendaries from primal shards. I have to say that would probably be the worst use of your primal shards. They've already showed you that they are doing the 2x for mythical champs on primals. They did it right after Thanksgiving, I guess. What was that? Cyber Monday, they call it. So I would definitely be hanging on to your primals to then go for the double dip on sacreds and ancients when these are, and voids for that matter. But for primals, I would wait for mythics. So don't worry about that one. But they also do have a much more exciting event going on, the 15x chance for summoning the following champions. And number 1, you got Duchess. What could be better than that? If you don't have Duchess, if you have multiple Duchesses and you want to empower, make even more, or you want a couple to have for Hydra, whatever it is, I've been saying since I heard this came out, probably the best non-void legendary, and it's probably a top 5 champ overall. She's insane. Still insane. She's one of the oldest champs in the game. So I don't know if we even need to bring up the rest, but just so we have note of it, Battle's also an option. Lysandra, Witherer, Lady of Earth, and Prince Kymar, not a bad option either. If you don't have Prince Kymar, obviously, or getting 2 Prince Kymars speeds up runs as well. So not a bad option if you have Duchess and don't really need any more Duchesses. Prince Kymar is not a bad option as well there. The epics will be Doom Priest and Creedon. Creedon's both actually very good epics. Very epic epics, if you would. And then Venus and Tawanarok on the Void side. Great champs, both of them. Venus, both of them are insanely good in Hydra. Venus and Cubitus, great in Hydra, great in Arena, great as Arena defense. You put that Cubitus in Stone Skin and you just continually counterattack every time you get hit. Tawanarok is one of the best champs in Hydra. Insanely good. Basically brings everything you need in one champ, plus has a cleanse. So not too bad there as well. Madame Cerise and Ursula the Mourner on the Void side of the epic. So that's a really good 15x events. Definitely good. I would definitely not recommend you doing anything with your primals until it's another 2x mythical. That's definitely the more exciting time to be pulling them. You want to get those mythics. You can get the Legos in other places. You can't really get any other the mythic champs any other way at this time. Obviously, other than Mikage, and then in about 5 months, getting the mythic out of the Cursed City. So that is pretty much everything going on today. Trying to keep this one a little bit short because there is a ton of information out there right now. But I do want to remind you that the Forge Pass did just open up. You do definitely want to keep on top of this one. It is one of the best sets in the game. It is the Righteous. So we got 3 weeks, 5 days. Just hit your dailies every day. It looks like I got to do some magic runs in the arena here, but keep on top of that. And we'll be back tomorrow doing some more raid today. I hope you have an awesome night. Take care.